What's up, everyone? This is JD again with another showing of the Pioneer podcast on the WETD 90.7, the Leap radio station. This time I have a club rep joining me. But before the interview, let me tell you how you can go about setting up an interview for your club, organization, or team. You can email me directly at my school email, curryjd@alfredstate.edu. CURRIEJD. Also, if you want to stay up to date with the show, you can subscribe to my YouTube at the Pioneer Podcast Radio Show and my Insta to jdcurry18@gmail.com. Anyways, I got my first guest here. He is one of the most expressive, the most athletic, and the most fun-loving people I've met here at Alfred State. He is Sergio from the Alfred State dance team. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the viewers, Sergio.
Hello, JD. Thank you for inviting me. My name is Sergio, and thanks so much for inviting me again. And I am in charge and running of the Alfred State Dance Team Club. I just recently brought back the organization, and I'm bringing back something interesting. And for this Alfred State Dance Team is a dance club, and it is not a tryout or required for any levels. It's an open club for all levels that are welcome to join in. And our meetings will be taking place on Saturdays and Sundays at 6 p.m. till 8:30 p.m. At the Pioneer Center in Student Lounge, which we'll be doing some other like dance levels of teaching them basically all dance styles like jazz, hip hop, lyrical, ballet, ballroom, anything like those that we want students to join in the club for a good environment and basically just have an expression experience of dance. And dancers and students, if they do not have like any dance experience, they're more than welcome to join in because we do not do judgments or anything. We're here just to help out with students who want to become great dancers and we want them to have a happy moment with that. And so we have plans for the dance team that we are going to be doing basically maybe performances at Alfred's Got Talent or football games, and maybe we might do our own showcase and more performances that might will be coming for more information. So yeah, we're basically just like want to promote the club and we want everyone to know that everyone's welcome to join. And we basically enjoy dancing and so we just want everyone to let them know that the Alfred State dance team has come back and it's a new organization, but it's a previous club, but we want everyone to know that we start next week on Saturday at 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at Pioneer Center in the Student Lounge. If they have any questions, they can contact me on my school's email. It's going to be ANDRAD capital S at alfredstate.com, which they can have more questions about it, which flyers will be posted in the campus as soon as possible, which that's pretty much it, what I have. And thanks for inviting me, JD. Thanks so much.
So I have a lot more questions. How did you originally get into dancing?
Well, that's a good question that you brought up because how I started dancing, I never started dancing until the late age of 12. I started dancing, which my first dance was actually more of a break dancing and hip hop style. I started and a little bit of step dancing, which we never focused that much in step. 2 years after when I did dance, so hip hop and break dancing, I wanted to continue dancing into other different styles like ballet, tap, and jazz. But every time breakdancing actually kept blocking my schedule a lot, so I ended up like not doing breakdancing anymore. And then that's when I was able to continue in more other styles. But I kept doing hip hop more because it never bothered me a lot. So I actually kept taking more classes every year when I was that age. I started going to a dance studio called Forward Slam Center in New Windsor, New York, which I love my studio so much that it's like a family to me. And that's when I started taking ballet and jazz over there and tap. And then I took more classes over there that I took modern and hip hop. lyrical, never reaching out acrobatics, like more than that. And then that's when I started joining team. And then I kept continuing like processing to push my level up. I always said that I couldn't do it because I kept giving up sometimes, but I kept fighting myself more and more. And I've been dancing for 8 years so far, and next year will be my ninth year of dancing, and then hopefully in 2 years that I complete my 10 years of becoming a dancer, and I still want to continue dancing in the future. But yeah, that's how I started dancing from 12 years old till now.
So you had mentioned many different types of dancing, but what does the club do for dancing? Which style?
Um, it really depends like what style it would be. I mean, I did have a reference from my good friend Joanne, which we both want to like teach other styles. Like we were thinking like we will show everyone like a basic like jazz, lyrical, contemporary style, and maybe a little bit of hip hop. Just really depends how everyone's in their comfort zone. And we pretty much are just like trying to get started and I'm pretty much like just like trying to make sure I teach everyone the choreography just so they can understand all the levels. Because I want to make sure that everyone's level is like in the same way because we want them to understand like how a dance experience is more into different styles. Like if we teach them like step dancing, it will be a little bit different. Or hip hop, it's more like a popping part with some beats. Jazz, more like counts to swing it a little bit smooth. So pretty much we're just focusing what styles everyone's interested in doing.
So what are the events that the team does?
So
You briefly went over that, but
So, yeah, previously of the dance club that I had last semester, I was told that they previously always did performances at basketball games, and they would sometimes join like other events. I think they did a performance for Hot Dog Day, I believe, which I think that's what I was told, but I remember they were mentioned about that. But they did football games as well, and they performed Offer's Got Talent, and they never really had a showcase that time. But for this club, we're actually planning to like make our own showcase that we want everyone to come see the show, and we might plan on making it into an open like an open show, like basically everyone's welcome to see the show and see what dances we have, and we want to show them like different styles that no one has ever seen before at Alfred State College. And I'm pretty sure there's been a lot of dance styles that other dancers have been doing, like hip hop step or ballroom, dance hall, which we have a lot of students who like to do Alfred's Got Talent, but we want them to have a chance of joining our showcase that we might plan on doing this fall. We'll pretty much do our own showcase, like a big one, coming in the spring semester, which everyone's welcome to join, and then we can show a big showcase that the whole public can come in.
so when you were talking about like sports events, that's almost like what cheerleading does. How are you guys separate?
So, cheerleading and dance is a little bit different in that cheerleading basically focus more of cheering to the audience, saying that to support the team at the football games. Like an example, at the football team, I'm also actually a cheerleader in the Operates state cheerleading team, which I recently just got in, which I'm really happy to be part of their family as well. And they pretty much we focus on cheer style of tumbling and tricks and some sprint spirits that we like to get everyone some emotions. And in dance, it's more like we give a performance of an art that no one has ever seen before, and we want to. And it's more like a fun way to entertain dance moves that people would like to see more. And pretty much it's almost similar to both, like dance and cheer is almost similar. They're just different, like complicity of like the complex and the competitive we have. So really, dance is just almost similar to cheer, and I mean it's fun doing both. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with doing that.
Yeah. So is there a large group of people in it so far? How are you doing with the numbers
For the cheer team or for
for the dance team?
the dance team, we We have not started yet. I mean, we had started our first meeting last week, a few days ago. I mean, we only had like a few dancers, but some dancers just have still have conflicts with our scheduling. But we had a few dancers that did came to the meetings, and we pretty much just showed them some choreography dances that they expected more like in their own style, but they actually tried it the first time and they've never actually done the style before, but they're actually into the style that they were doing. For an example, we were teaching them a jazz choreography, and they actually did quite enjoy it. Like they like said that it was not their comfort zone, but they were interested in trying more to focus on that style because they actually enjoy seeing new stuff they would like to do in dance. So pretty much, there was only like a few, but I would actually love to build out this club, like promoting more because I want everyone to know that Alfred State dance team has come back and we want to show everyone that this is a big group that we want this to be an open club. Like we can have more than 15 students that want to join and we want to make sure that everyone knows that and enjoy the performances that we do to teach them to dance.
So you guys are still open to new members joining?
Yeah, any new members are welcome to join in. Doesn't have to be a previous members or someone doesn't know if they're allowed to. Like it, all new members are welcome to join no matter what because we want them to have an experience of dance. Even if they don't have experience, like we want them to have a happy moment and join an activity that's something they can enjoy something while doing something else. If they don't have anything else on their schedule, they're more welcome to come to the dance team rehearsals no matter what. So we want to make sure everyone has something to do in their activities, and if they don't, we understand, but they're always welcome to come back to the Upper State Dance Team.
So where do they start? Where are your meetings? What day? What time?
Okay, I did mention that our meetings we start on Saturdays and Sundays in the Pioneer Center in Student Lounge, which it's Student Lounge is normally like has chairs and a bar right there, but it has also like a dance floor kind of and mirrors that we rehearse dances there. So we did started our first meet I mentioned earlier that it was like last weekend, and it was like the past Sunday and Saturday that we had a few dancers that we just taught them how to do choreography and some counting, which we just start on Saturdays and Sundays, 6 to 8:30 p.m. In the student lounge. But if anyone has questions for that, they can always contact me again at my email at ANDRAD capital S at auburnsstate.com, which that's where we normally meet.
So my next questions are a little bit personal, but it shows a little bit more of you and how you're an interesting person. So people commonly get influenced by people that lead them in a direction. So was there anybody who influenced you to start dancing?
You know, that's actually a good question. I've never actually been influenced, like, if someone like to convince me to start dancing. I'm gonna actually take it back where you asked me that question, like, how did I started dancing? When I started dancing, I actually was never into it when I started doing my first dance. Like, it was just a little bit stiff. And then I remember I was seeing some girls that in my age, they were having a hard time back when I was 12 that they didn't understand some of the counting and moves. And then I one day actually just showed them that this is the moves that are supposed to be in the counts. And I actually did get, I was told the instructor saying that I did get it correct. And then it seemed like a little bit fun when I was like, this isn't that bad. Until like one day, the instructor, the dance choreographer, asked me, and she asked me like, "Hey, you look like you're into this? Do you want to join our dance team?" And I said, "Sure, why not? I could give it a try." And once I tried it and stepped into it, I started to enjoy it. I have no complaints. Um, like I didn't really care what everyone said. Like a guy can't even dance because they don't have this ability because the girls are much better. I didn't really pretty much care what they said. I just enjoy whatever I can last dancing on the team. And I was basically I basically influenced myself. Like I convinced myself of joining in dance. If it wasn't me that I started dancing, I would have pretty much not been a dancer right now. I would have just been pretty much been doing some other stuff like because I don't do any sports activities, but sports are fun to watch. Which if I didn't do dance, pretty much I would not do anything else. I would pretty much just do workouts or whatever and like that. And pretty much that's how I was convinced when I started dancing.
That's the nice thing about activities. That when you're teaching somebody, it makes you feel so much better that they enjoy learning, and you can pass your passion on to somebody. So, starting a club isn't an easy thing to do. What was the biggest challenge when you try to restart the dance team?
I actually, now that you mentioned that, I actually, well, I'm also a transfer student as well. That I transferred from Dutchess Community College, which I think I did told you that before. And I actually remember when I first started running my first club, I actually did run a dance club at Dutchess Community College that was called Dutchess Dance Varsity. And how that was, the process, it wasn't that difficult, but it was a little bit harder until the end. What was hard for me was that basically the Constitution was a really important form to write down because it was very important to see all the organizations and part of like what officers are responsible to do and how an advisor has to approach those rules. And it wasn't really that bad running a dance club, but here at Alfred State College, when I started running it back, it wasn't that bad because I actually had previous experience when I used to do it back in my other school. So I pretty much just like talked it out to the office of engagement of asking like how do I start a dance club here, and they pretty much told me do this process and make sure this whole process is done and have members that are interested, which I wouldn't really say it wasn't that much harder. I It felt like it was a more easy to do. It's just hard just to like get members to like notify them the last minute that there's a club that's coming back and it's an open club that anyone's interested, which it could be a little bit tricky, but it can sometimes happen like that. Like you never know if members are going to show up and pop up saying like, "Hey, can I join in?" And be like, absolutely. So it's pretty much hard just to like start up a club, just getting members to join in. But I think that I it's not that complicated to get people to join in for the dance team.
So, what accomplishments so far in your dance career are you most proud of?
I think I'm proud of like how far that I brought back an organization of Alfred State's College dance team because they previously used to have like other dance teams, but they do actually have two clubs that are actually running, and I believe they're are called a squad step team and Bonjour Manual, I think that's believe that's it's called. It starts with a V, which they do the step squad, I think they're called. They do a step dance, and the other club starts with a V. Visuals. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce that right, but they do more of a hip hop style. So and then they used to also have back then like tap underground dance, belly dancing, the Japanese dance club, which they used to have those clubs a lot. And for this type of club that I'm bringing, that I was told what happened, and I wanted to bring something new, interesting, instead of like one style, I wanted to do like more different styles, which that's what I'm happy to accomplish what I have made, and I don't really regret how everything's gone wrong the way how everyone disagrees or whatever, but I enjoy like whatever I teach every style, and I want everyone just to try and be interested in it, and I want them to be able to perform with us because I want them to have an experience of performances
So, I wasn't able to make the game Saturday. What all did you do there?
for the dance team.
Yeah.
We did. The dance team actually didn't go over the past weekend because we just started having our first meeting last weekend. So we didn't really like pretty much go over there that much. But I was part of the cheerleading team. I went to perform with my cheer team. But the dance team, we pretty much just decided to see what we can show up and see what half times are supposed to be and how the game is supposed to be running. And but we just decided like we didn't really want to like focus like a dance that we just started. We just wanted to see how it goes, and then maybe we might have a plan how much time we will put a piece in, and then see like how many performances we can do. And I'm hoping that we can have our first performance at Alfred's Got Talent, and also have the first football games performance at in next month as well after the week of Alfred's Got Talent, which is pretty much just wanted to see how it goes.
Okay, well, I'm really excited to see what comes next from your club. You guys seem like a really involved club. And it's going to be amazing to see what you're able to put together. Okay, that was Sergio from the dance team. Do you want to say some ways, like basically repeat the meeting and the meeting time and leave off that and
Yeah,
how to contact you?
yeah, sure. I can try. I can go ahead and say it again. And yes, so the Alfred State Dance Team is an open club. All new members are welcome to join, or previous members are welcome to join as well. There are no traps required or any levels. All levels are welcome to join. And our meetings, we meet at next week on, believe it's the is it the 28th of next week, John, or if I'm wrong, I think it is the 28th, I believe. That should be right. On a Saturday, we start our second meeting at Pioneer Center, where the gym is downstairs in the student lounge, starting at 6 p.m. till 8:30 p.m. So, yeah, that's where. Sorry. um, I just heard a noise, sorry. But yes, I'll repeat that again. We meet September 28th at 6 p.m. till 8:30 p.m. I want everyone just to know it's in Pioneer Center in Student Lounge. So if you have any questions about that, you can contact me again at my school's email at ANDRAD capital S at offerstate.com. But if you can't reach me on your school email, I will also leave like my other personal email as well, and it's going to be orugo0219 at gmail.com. If anyone has more questions about that, I'm always willing to come back and answer their questions about more information about the dance team. And thank you, John, for having me, and it's really great talking about you and the process of promoting my dance club. Thank you.
There's always a public platform for you here. You can always come back to talk about stuff. Feel free to come back. So that was it for this club, the Alfred State Dance Team. If you want to get your club recognized or have me promote them, just contact me at my email, curryjd at alfredstate.edu. CURRIEJD at alfredstate.edu. Or keep up with my Instagram at jdcurry18 at jdcurry18 at Insta. Or the YouTube, which I'm still trying to work on, Pioneer Podcast / radio show. Okay. Good luck, Alfred State. See you soon. Anyways, the thing that you would change with your experiences.
From my experience, I would pretty much like say if I was able to go back at my age 3, I would honestly would like to start dancing at that age because I would actually love to tell my mother saying that, Mom, I want to dance. I really want to dance and I want to
3 years old?
if I was 3 years old, I would change that experience because I would want to like start dancing more earlier at my age because I would be more competitive and understand like going to competitions, which I know really don't go to competitions because my studio we don't. Like it really depends what we do. Which I would just like to like push my level more higher instead of like where I am. But I think for my experience, I wouldn't change a thing for that because I enjoy where I am and I'm happy that what I learned. But I would say like two things that I changed, like I said, like if I can change my experience, it would be going back to age 3 and starting all over and become a dancer at that age. And pretty much, I just enjoy what I do, and I don't really care if I started late because I pretty much focus really hard and force myself really hard to the level I wanted to be. So yeah,
Plus, if you would have changed anything along the way, if you like sci-fi at all, your life would be totally different.
yeah, pretty much. Like if I did change my experience, if I did change my experience for not dancing anymore, I pretty much wouldn't like make connection with friends because I always enjoy like making new friends in the campus. Like sometimes people would ask me like, "What are your interests? Like what are your hobbies?" And I will sometimes say like, "Dance is pretty much my hobby," and they'll say, "Really?" And I say, "Yeah." And sometimes they'll ask me like, "What kind of dancing do you do?" And I always say that I do other different styles, that and that and that and that. So pretty much I really enjoy like telling people that I dance because it's actually like my experience of making new friends and they are interested of hanging out with me because not just because I'm a dancer and it's also because I have the personality as well, which helps me connect with a lot of people in public to be friends with.
That's another thing I was gonna say is how good are you at public speech? But I mean, you're great at public speech. So
Yeah, a lot of people have said that I am a good speaker, but obviously we all know that not everyone's into public speaking, which I'm not into public speaking. And I didn't actually mention this, but I'm also majoring in architecture in the 2 year program, but I would like to go to the 4 year instead. And pretty much, I think what's helped me a lot is that dance has actually helped me enjoy my public and in general because if it wasn't for dance to help me process that, I pretty much wouldn't enjoy talking to friends and I wouldn't really make a good connection with anyone because pretty much dance has really helped me, encouraged me speak out loud and like introduce myself, like what I have, and that's how I still don't enjoy doing public speaking, but whenever dance is always helps me a lot. It encourages me a lot, saying that I know what I'm supposed to say and I cannot be afraid of this. Because when I start dancing in public to a performance, I always get like a heartbeat sometimes, like I'm nervous to the whole audience, which that's more like a public speaking as well, because you're presenting something of dances of an art.
a lot of times it's the emotion. Like I have danced in the past. When you're up on stage and you are listening to the music, you feel it. It's more of an emotional thing. You express your emotions. That's the thing I like about dance.
Yeah, and that's how I feel too. Whenever I step on stage, like every time when I see a spotlight or any lights on, I just like say that I'm in Broadway and I am dancing to the people that are watching me, that I want them to see what my talents are. And so that's why how I became like more public to everyone and how dance has helped me become more public to help me encourage stuff. So yeah.
I might actually look into your club if I have time right now.
I'm pretty sure that if you want to come, it's just a lot of work to do on styles, but we pretty much will help you like learn how to dance because we don't want you to be left behind or anything. We just want you to have an experience of that.
It sounds almost like you're still getting started.
We're still getting started. I mean, I would still like to prefer having more members to join the club because I want it to be a bigger club and something that I really want everyone to be friends with. So the dance club is also public. That it's also a friendly communication to everyone. That that it's basically what I'm saying is that it's a part of a team, and part of that team means that you're always part of the family because that part of being a family means that they're your friends, they're your brothers or sisters, any parents like that. They'll always be there for you no matter what. Even if you don't have support, the dance team always has support with all families being part of the team.
When it comes to clubs, everybody there has an interest in what the club is doing. That's the
Hmm.
good part. So you don't have to hide stuff about like the board game, which I probably shouldn't put that on YouTube. But because I haven't talked about it yet. But the board game, a lot of people there won't talk about it outside because it's kind of nerdy. But I mean, once you're there, everybody's a big nerd.
No, I understand what you're saying, and I don't think that well, yeah, I know I understand what you're saying, but the point of having a club that everyone always run, like there's more than 100 clubs that we have here. The point of having a club that I actually did understand is that part of having a club, pretty much saying that you should always like meet someone new and have like great connections with everyone, becoming friends because they have something special for you that they will always like be there for you no matter what. And clubs are actually a great thing that they are because if clubs weren't actually a thing, not
Mm.
everyone would actually get along with people instead of classes. Because clubs, they pretty much like saying that, oh, my friends are not in with me because I don't have class with them. But whenever they join a club, they always say, I'm with my friend finally. Because a club is supposed to represent of having great connection and meeting new people to become friends and being part of the family and a team because a dream team is a dream word, I believe it's called. I think it's called. I don't know what was it called.
I know
But
what you're talking about.
but yeah, it's something like called Dream Team means dream work, something like that. But yes, but a club is basically supposed to have like an activity that everyone always is welcome to join or should join. That there's always people that will always like to be friends with whoever are new members. They'll always be part of the team no matter what any club that's joined.